Hi guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Andrew. I'm here by myself on this show, and it's a channel first. It's a record for me personally to talk about the gear that I've picked up over the last 12 months, and also some of the upgrades that I've done on existing gear. So if you want to be part of the show, sit back and hang out with me. I'm going to do a couple of new things. Later on, I'll try and hook up my Yamaha and do a couple of sound samples and see how that works. Cross fingers. I tried to do this live earlier, but had some issues with what I suspect is breaking into issues with Google Docs. There were a whole lot of files there which I hadn't uploaded, so had to go through and sort all that out, because I've got a lot of guitars here that I want to upload and share and talk to you guys about. So bear with me. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. I co-host this channel with Brad from Melbourne, Simon Hosford from Melbourne as well, and also the Rock Professor based in the UK. So we do at best a weekly show, and if you're into Van Halen and classic rock, you know, we do a Van Halen fortnightly show, as well as our British Electric Blues show on a Sunday. So I've got another camera set up here too, for some close-ups on some guitars as well. So bear with me, guys. So let me just go here to camera share. Give me 1 second. While we do that, we'll go through. We'll talk about the Les Pauls. Okay, that's going to work good. All right, that'll work well. So go up here, share screen, window, Les Pauls. Okay, we should have that. That should be up and running. Is it? Probably not. Hold on, guys. Share screen. We'll do it this way. There it is. Okay. That's better. Okay. Let me move this screen around here. Pull that out. Over here. Cool. Awesome. Okay. Right. So, guys, this is a 1975 Greco Les Paul, made in Japan. It's what they call the EG850, and it's got Maxim pickups in it. I picked that up at the beginning of the year. It was priced pretty good, and Greco guitars have a bit of a cult following. This is not like the high sought after model that has the dry Z pickups in it. This is, you know, just an average Les Paul copy, the lawsuit copies. Apparently, I think that's what they used to call them. But I saw this and I had a plan. So that's what it was like when I picked it up. Now, this guitar here is a vintage brand Les Paul. It's what they call the tribute. It's the Lemon Drop. It's the tribute to Peter Green. Now, this guitar came out, I think it's been on the market for about 15 years, certainly 10 years. And it's available in 2 different finishes. You can get this distressed relic version here, or you can get what they call one that's unrelicked. And this version here is based on the Gary Moore version, where he's got the 2 different tone and volume knobs. It is out of phase. It's wired out of phase. And you'll notice there that it's got the flipped pickup that Peter Green had on his. I got this guitar, jeepers. This is the second version. I had the unrelicked version, and I got this version at least 6 years ago. And it's a lovely guitar. But there was just something that didn't quite do it for me, and it's this bottom horn here, that sharp bottom horn. So what I did is I got, hold on guys, this is a photo. Okay, this is another photo of the Greco. There it is there with the black Maxim pickups. And it came with Grovers. So we'll talk about the Grovers, the Grover pickups later on too. And there's my Les Paul. We'll talk about that. I did something to the Les Paul as well. Hold on, guys. Okay, so what you'll notice here on the Greco, now see the Greco has got different pickups. So it's got the pickups on here. I took the pickups out of the Lemon Drop and put them in here. Took the scratch plate off, and I changed the bridge with a Faber bridge. And what else? Oh, and we got it refretted by Keith McMillan. And if you are familiar with my Facebook page, I think I put a video up where I did a close-up of the nibs, how we did the spectacular job. But you'll see there that the Grovers were swapped with these Kluson tuners. But I've since changed these Kluson type tuners back to a Grover type tuner, because I just didn't quite like these ones here. All right, so what am I going to do now? I'll get rid of that, guys. Bear with me. And I'm going to, what am I going to do? I want to show you a guitar. So if I go to guitar cam, hold on. Okay, that's guitar cam. I'll mute that. And solo this. And then you can see my side of my bed. Okay, all right. So we're going to do some close-ups. Hold on, guys. Hold on. So notice how that's a sandwiched body. It's a sandwiched body. It's got a tummy tuck as well. And that's been refretted. Don't know if you can see. It's been refretted. And so what I've done also is I've taken, you'll notice that I had a picture there of this with those plastic Clusen type tuners. I didn't like it, so what I've done is I've swapped the original tuners that were on the lemon drop on this. So this is my greeny tribute. And this here is the lemon drop now with those black Maxon pickups. I haven't done much else to it. Really, really good value guitar. Really, really good value, this guitar. It's but I just didn't like the bottom horn. And you'll notice here that I've put these Clusen tuners back on, so that's a little bit more stock looking. It's my Slash guitar. Yeah, not bad. 800 New Zealand dollars for this guitar. Great value. A lot of guys gig with this guitar. Okay, guys. All right. Thank you for hanging out, and bearing with the show. The next guitar I want to talk to you about is my 2019 Les Paul. So hold on. So here it is here. That's my. Now, I've made a few changes, modifications to this guitar. It's got a bone nut, makes a big difference. I had the Clusen type tuners, the Gibson ones. I swapped them out with some go-to tuners. I like them. They look really, really good. But I got Keith. So this is out of phase as well. But this is out of phase in the traditional sense. I've flipped the magnet, so it's out of phase when it's in the middle. But one thing I noticed when I got it back, every time I fiddled with the volume, it made a crackle. And any time I played with this switch here, it made a crackle too. And I spoke to Keith, and he said, well, there's not much really you can do about it. I thought, oh, okay. All right. But if I somehow muted the strings when I was fiddling around with the selector or the volume, you wouldn't get any of that crackle coming through the amp. But then I realized one day when I was looking at some magazines of Peter Green's Les Paul, one of the reasons why he has that pickup, that neck pickup, see there, that neck pickup. If you have a look on some of the photos, it's really, really low. Probably one of the lowest neck pickups I've ever seen. And the reason why it's low is because that stops that ugly crackle that you get. when you fiddle around with the volume knob, because what Peter Green does, I'm going to change cameras now. Hold on, guys. So what Peter Green does, or did, is he always kept the selector in the middle position. And he fiddled around with the volume pickups. So when you've got the volume pickups on 10, it's in out of phase. And then when you adjust the volume on either the bridge or the neck pickup, it brings in the other pickup, as opposed to just, flicking in between the pickups. It's one of the unique things that an out of phase Les Paul can give. You just keep it in the middle and you just fiddle with the volume, and it fully cuts either the nose, what am I calling it nose for? Either the neck or the bridge pickup comes in. Do I like this? Yeah, I love the out of phase tone. I love it. And if all goes well, after we've done this, I'll do a couple of sound samples for you. Bone nut makes a big difference to the resonation. Resonation, is that a word? Resonance. Resonance. Okay, guys, right. What else did I do this year? Okay, I'm going to show you guys some more pics. Stratocaster. Okay, hold on. Drop that down. Share screen. Okay. All right. Let's talk about. Okay, so this here is a 2020 Player Series Stratocaster made in Mexico. This is the morning that I bought it. Lovely guitar. Still glossy. I bought that guitar, and now this guitar here is an 89 Stratocaster that's got a long story. It's got a mint green pickguard on it. It's loaded with a Clapton TVX and tone boost, and also it has lace sensors, gold lace sensors. I've had this guitar for years. But what I did, this is my plan. So this is that same guitar with the neck from the 2021 Player Series. I swapped the necks over. Have a look. Keep going through here. Here it is. Here's that same guitar there with that old neck. Now this is that guitar again, and I've just done a slight bit of reliquing to it. So you can see here, I've just used a bit of steel wool just to take that gloss off. I've used a product here. I'll show you what this product is later. And I've just used a model brush there, and I've just dipped it in just to give around some of those screws there, and here in the socket, around there, around the pickups, just in there, just to give it a bit of age. There it is. Another. More pics of it. You can see there that it's not glossy. Love it. This is my Clapton Stratocaster, which also had a refret job this year. Absolutely different guitar. If you guys haven't refretted a guitar, my gosh, made a huge difference. It's a new guitar. Okay, and here's the neck of that old 89 Stratocaster. Not a very good photo, but yeah, it's aged. All that there's just natural relicking, honest to God. It's just natural relicking. And it looks at home on that body. And that's what it looked like when it was brand new. Yeah. So that's my brownie tribute. And here's the brownie. And there's the brownie there, ladies and gentlemen. There's that neck. That old neck. Now, this neck has been refretted. This neck was refretted about 6 years ago. And that's the body. Bridge there. Looks a little bit aged. I'll show you what that secret product is. Okay, hold on. Okay, guys. A couple of other things to talk about. Hold on. I've already done a show with Simon not long after I got this. This is a 2020 inspired by Gibson Firebird, Epiphone Firebird. I got it beginning of the year. I'll get the other camera. Hold on, guys. Beautiful guitar. Includes some tuners. Comes standard. I made a couple of changes. I've put, what did I do? Oh yeah, I put one of these on. What do you call these? A thing that you hang your strap on, because it comes with one there, but I put one on here as well. Always wanted a Firebird, but couldn't justify the prices for the Gibson ones, obviously. Because, exit that layout. Hold on, guys. The reason why I always wanted a Firebird, two reasons. Johnny Winter and this guy. Clapton. Albeit he's playing a single pickup version. And that pick, I think, is from the Super Show video. worth checking out. Gibson have done some really, really, really good work with that inspired by Gibson stuff. You know, there's a lot of good videos out there by a lot of good channels talking about it. And, you know, I have to agree with them, agree with what they're saying because I've got experience with them. So much so that for Christmas, I got myself, hold on, a Gibson, inspired by Gibson Hummingbird. Um, love it, love it. Much, much better than the previous version. I think about 6, 7 years ago, I got the cherry red one, the Epiphone one. It was half the price of this. It had Grover tuners on it. It looked good. It looked nice, but gosh, it sounded like a piece of wood. It was horrible. And I pretty much got rid of it as soon as I bought it. It was just horrible. But again, this inspired by Gibson acoustic range, fantastic guitars. I'll put this on the other camera for you guys to have a good close up. What's really interesting though about this guitar when I got it was I had to get used to the radius because most of the acoustic guitars I've got have a flat radius, but this one here's got a it's like my Les Paul. It's got a radius, so you got to kind of just change something when you're playing it because it feels like an electric guitar, but it's not because your arm is hanging out because you know you're playing an acoustic. But your left hand and your left fingers are doing something just a little bit different. If that makes any sense, I hope it does. But okay, this is not a new guitar. I've had this one for a while. This is another Epiphone. This is the Epiphone ES. Oh, what is this? My lord. Yeah, 335 Pro. This is not the inspired by Gibson one. This is the one that came out a couple of years before the inspired. So it has the square fret markers, doesn't have the dots that the new one does. And this has what do they call it? A split coil as well. But a couple of years ago, 2 years ago, I changed the pickups, the Epiphone standard pickups for some tone riders, which just gave it a little bit more bite. But if you remember earlier at the top of the show, I said that I had some Grover tuners on my Greco when I bought it. So I took the tuners off the Greco and I put those tuners here on my Epiphone. And who would have thought 6 tuners would have made a difference to the weight? It just made it, as soon as I put them on, had to re-drill them too, had to re-drill to get them on. Made a big difference to the weight of the guitar. Oh, hold on, guys. I'll put the guitar cam on. Hold on. Guitar cam. Lighting's not very good. I'm going to have to do something about this studio this coming year. ES335 Pro with the Grovers. Great guitar. This is the my Clapton Strat that I mentioned earlier that had refretted a couple of months ago. Slightly wider than what would normally be on a Clapton Strat, which I like. Beautiful job. Keith McMillan Stringed Instruments here in Hamilton. And this is the Hummingbird. Beautiful fretboard. Cleason type tuners. I always sand the back of the neck on all my guitars when I get them. It's just a habit. I have to do it. It makes a big difference. I even did it on my Les Paul when I got my Les Paul in 2019. Yep, I did it. I'm not sold on whether or not I'm going to keep this magnet flipped. I might buy some bare knuckle or some pedigree pickups. I'm thinking about that. I'll sell these burst buckers. They're pretty good pickups though. They're pretty good. But that might be something that I might do during the year. I might change the pickups and get them so that it's wired out of phase as opposed to magnetically out of phase. And that way I'll be able to lift the pickup, if that makes any sense. Okay. All right. So hold on, guys. I'm going to do some, I don't know how this is going to work. Hold on. I'm going to go through my Yamaha THR into my focus, right? Hold on. Okay, so that's out of phase. And what Peter would do is he would do this. Hold on. And see how I'm just ever so slightly fiddling around with the volume knobs, and it's just changing the tone. Oh, we'll do that again. So yeah, just some slight all right, forgive the bad playing. But I hope that gives you a bit of an idea. If you guys aren't aware or familiar with how Peter approached his guitar playing, the actual mechanics of it, of this Les Paul, kept it in the middle position and just fiddled around with the volume, and that would cut one pickup in and one pickup out. I think that's about it, guys. Thank you for watching this recorded show. It feels a bit strange not having co-hosts here. But I'm going to take the opportunity here to do shout outs to the co-hosts. You know, the Rock Professor, been here a couple of years, 3 years. Brad, the new boy. Thank you, brothers. The new boy, Simon Hosford, one of the co-hosts on the 5150 show. Thank you, brother, for jumping on board with us. Look forward to doing more with you guys next year. We're just a small channel. We don't have any monopolies. We don't own the monopoly on music or bands or artists. We're just guys talking about music and gear with other people that want to hang out with us, and we're always grateful and humbled by the support. You guys know who you are, including the girls. We have some girls that participate in our chat regularly as well, and we are always thankful for that too. So thank you for your support. We'll be back on the 2nd of January, New Zealand time. We're going to do something a little bit different. The four of us, myself, Brad, the Rock Professor, and Hoss, we're going to talk about 5 favorite albums and the reasons why. And then we're going to come back in 3 months' time, and we're going to talk about 5 more favorite albums. And see if any albums on the original 5 are still there, or if they're completely a completely new list. Be a cool little experiment, because you ask anybody, you know, what's your top 5 albums? What's your top 3 albums? And you might think, yeah, immediately, oh yeah, Exile on Main Street's definitely in there. But then it's not on my list. But it could be. the next time we do it. So yeah, looking forward to this little experiment that the channel's going to do. And if you guys want to participate with us, jump on board and compile and share your top 5 currently 5 favorite albums with us. Okay, I got to go. I got to take my dog for a walk. Thanks for hanging out, guys. And may the tone be with you.